if 1 million people were to come to your page today, are you prepared to supply these people with what they coming for?
When that phone hangs up from somebody important asking you, what do you have? They don't pick that phone up again.
How y'all feel out there? Y'all good?
Okay then.
Danielle, I see you. What's happening? Big Q, what's happening? I see you.
With the OG shirts on.
No, and speaking of OG, we got
real.
Chalie Boy pulling up to the stage. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Look, I know everybody want to hear, I look good, but this is something that I grew up.
I ain't talking about the wheel, I'm talking different, yeah. Anybody get the trip and hand ripping.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if people remember what it do.
Like this and like that. I show up and show off. Ask the hoes, bitch, I get blowed and get blowed off. Always on my note, I never get throwed and get throwed off. Think about a hater now, I'll never give them no thought. Giving you niggas the news like I'm Tom Brokaw. Really thinking you're breaking me out, but getting broke off. Call up all your fam, I show you I don't give a damn.
This what you came up on, mama.
Told all your folk on.
Go ahead, get your shit on there. Chalie Boy, what's happening?
What's good with it, brother?
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Man,
Can't complain.
First off, another one. Thank you for providing the soundtrack to me growing up. You know what I mean? Moving around in the state of Texas and everything. Like, I ain't that old. I ain't that old, but you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean, but you provided a soundtrack for a moment, you know what I mean?
Understood, man. I appreciate you being listeners, followers, and fans, and whatever I created was helping and motivating some type of situation, then you be positive.
For sure, man. So with you and the Freestyle Kings, man, y'all was really doing y'all thing for sure.
Yes, sir. They started up, I think, a couple years before I did. I came along in the year 2000.
Yeah. When I first got familiar with you, like I said, was through the What It Do tapes.
Right,
You and Rapid Rick, come on, man. Shout out to Rapid Rick. Man, which camera is Rapid Rick? We still got to talk, bro, because you owe me an interview. We talked plenty of times, but we just never had to sit down. Obviously, when Texas had this movement in the 2000s, you know what I mean? I was for certain. I was like, all right, Chalie's going to get picked up. You're going to get scooped up at that moment. And then here it is with I Look Good. Classic record. You know what I mean? Different moment, time stops. And then Victoria Monet drops her record. And then it's back on the resurgence again.
Yeah.
Talk about that real quick, bro.
Man, people like to say songs have shelf lives, but, I mean, due to us recreating and remixing songs over years, like when you remix a song or you recreate a song, it gives new life to the new one and renewed life to the old one. So, think about it. We've been listening to freestyles that on old school beats that have given new life to the old beat, but also recreated it.
Right.
Like Zero's Mo City Dawn. It is what it is. Some people would say some of the songs that I've done on remixes and everything. It did what it needed to do for the time that it was doing it for me.
For sure.
Whatever happened contractually or anything as far as the people jumping off the bandwagon or whatever, it had its time while I was running. And then it had its own resurgence, and then a young lady did her own version to it, and it kept it going. So over this whole time, it's still running with a continuation, even with the introduction of the new song and her getting Grammy nominations, Grammy Award winning.
Right.
I got a piece of that too.
I'm sure you got you one too, huh?
I got a piece of that too.
The pace might have changed on how the record went, but the record never stopped moving.
The record never stopped.
Never.
There's been waves, lulls, and over everything. But I tell a person, man, when you create something that's motivational in any type of way to a mass of people and it's good, it will be timeless. Like people still doing the electric slide at weddings, but they don't just do it then. When you're in the car, they rocking it like it come on the station. They'll never ignore a good song that just gives them such a good vibe, and that's what my song has done, and it's continuing to do. And I'm very appreciative because the fan base is showing it.
Right, for sure. Now, also, I'm not the type to pocket watch nothing like that, but your song also hit a Toyota commercial as well.
Yes, sir.
And ain't that the craziest shit of pocket watching niggas say, hey, I don't really be
I
pocket watching
pocket watch,
like
that.
Right. The pocket watching shit right after.
What that Toyota check look like?
It was nice. It's lovely.
Nah, for real, man.
I was gonna say, I know the Toyota check. I mean, the corporate money kind of different, you know what I mean, versus the streaming royalties and stuff like that. And then when I heard that on the Toyota commercial, I was like, oh, look at Charlie doing it again.
Oh man, not only that, they picked it back up with Gillette the next year for the same time, Super Bowl time, and then
Super Bowl
Deion
that Super Bowl
ran with
money
it.
Come on now.
Wow.
That's what happened when you make big records like that. That's a big record. You can
What
put
I'm
that
saying,
anywhere.
They come like there's a vast sea of music, and they're all in this pool searching for something that's specific for their commercial, for the vibe of the event. I mean, the NBA's doing it all the time. At every timeout, there's a new song or an old song that fits what's going on for the vibe going on, and your song can be a part of that.
Right.
Just long as you got your business set up and in place. Long as your business is set up and in place, sync licensing, all of those things fall under the category. They search for that music. They load that music up. They need that music because that's the vibe for what's going on for their situation. Not only that, people are coming back and making new movies and using old soundtracks.
Right.
Facts.
And
Facts.
let me put this to the side. I don't need to keep this.
No,
I'm bald-headed.
this
Don't
wind is
worry
crazy
about it.
right now.
I ain't saying. But it always serves its purpose, and there's an unlimited amount of music, and they're looking through all of these pools to find the right thing. And sometimes when it hits specifically for you. It's your time. And once you do it, you keep on making sure that whatever pool that they found that in, you start doing your business, start getting your management together to make sure that you key in on all of those specific things, as well as you're doing the same things you were doing, because this is starting to work. It's proven that this has worked for you, whether you did it or not. You did your business to where it's in the situation to be there. So keep doing your business right. New artists coming up are going to hear your classic music.
Right.
They might decide that they want to do their own version to it. Maybe you did a freestyle on a beat. They don't want to use the freestyle. They don't want to use the beat, but something in your freestyle still gets you paid as long as you have it situated.
That's
facts,
sampling
facts.
is very serious, and it's a big business. And just keep on creating your craft, and you keep moving forward. Every new thing is a new check. And I'm not saying that because it's about the check. I'm saying all the hard work that you put in has a value on it, no matter what time it actually hits.
Come on, you speaking.
Come on, man.
Man, I preach that constantly, man. So y'all hearing this, as long as your business in order. We usually hear people when they talk about sample stories, how they like, oh man, I done got done like this, or this didn't go right, or like a group has to go back and they go after an artist because they didn't sample it and the business wasn't done right. But you hearing the man got his business in order. I don't care who touch it. It can go anywhere. That's what we was made for, to be repurposed, refurbished, and pushed out there. So as long as your business in order, that's what y'all got to do. So people out there, people at home who watching, business is key. You got your business in order, everything gon' do what it need to do, man.
I mean, because people don't see the back end of the actual business. Like
they think it's all partying. Rapping is the fun part.
Rapping is the fun part. Like I got a beat from a producer. I'm a rap on it. And I did my paperwork for it, split sheets with other artists and blah, blah. I paid for the beat from the producer. Yeah. But I didn't, on the part where you slip up is you didn't recognize that the producer did not pay to get the sample cleared. Now, you have the rights to the beat that the producer produced, 100, correct.
But you don't got the rights to that sample.
But you don't have the rights to that sample.
Exactly.
So if you do put that song out at an untimely manner and don't realize that, when your song blows up, like the producer or the guy that owns that sample, hey man, I'm gonna sit on it. Yeah. I'm gonna let you get a couple more million and blah blah, and everything that you have accrued that comes to your pocket, you can be sued for and more, because the potential of that song could be so vast.
And they knocking right at your door.
And knocking right at your door. So as far as you being on point as the artist for the craft and the work that you write or you put forward, you got to make sure that you still on point with the production that you receive. Right. If everything is cleared, and it sucks because everything costs. You got to pay no matter what. Everything costs. And it's easier to make sure that you pay for a sample up front. If the producer didn't, it's easier to pay for whatever that cost is up front.
It's going to be cheaper up front than it is on the back end.
Then get your head beat in after.
Chalie Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's artists out there, I hope y'all caught that for sure.
This man just dropped some real gems.
Some real shit,
I'm talking
man.
about real gems, and it's highly.
I don't know what y'all call to ask me up here for, but I just know I'm gonna answer the question.
I've been listening, but it's people like that's watching at home that's gonna need to hear this. You know what I mean?
Right. And I went through it. Why not help you get through it without no problem?
A lot of people come into this industry not knowing what they coming into for real. You know what I'm saying? So they come in thinking it's one thing, and then they get disheartened or they lose confidence because things aren't going how it need to go, but it's not going the way that you want it to because you don't have your business in order. You came over here playing and having fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they got to get that in order.
There's a pitfall even if you do have your business in order because you on point with all your business, but you're on point with all your business. You're in agreements with other people who seem to have their business in order.
Right.
So you have taken every step to prepare yourself to be ready for the rest of the business coming towards you. Meaning you have done your job with your finances, the production of your beats, the writing of the songs, the studio time, paying for the studio, the masters, and blah, blah. And the person that you're in business with is supposed to be the one that's going to put all those things on social media, get your sync license presence and blah, blah, and he dip on you. Like, you were set to have all of these things in order, so you put all your eggs in this basket, which is a vast basket because you covered everything on the end that you need to do.
Right.
On the other end that you expect, the expectancy of the business partner that they're supposed to do, they just flat out dip. So you still, for this to go any type of way, good, bad, or nothing, it has to do something. So you're going to have to put more money into it.
Right.
Or get some type of another investor, blah, blah. But
so
that
it sounds
point,
like they should just educate themselves on what to do prior to and then move into that.
The point where they dipped out, you still have a window of freshness, of opportunity, especially if you did something that had a song that went to the radio. When it really gets radio, they call it impacting. Or like it's touching radio. It's no longer unknown to the overall masses of the world, right? It no longer has a shelf life. You got about 2 weeks from that point to figure out if you're going to get investment or you have your own that you're going to push it to the other because it costs money when it gets to radio to the next level. Now, you're fine when you drop a song and it goes to the DJ mix shows, but not prime time. DJ mix shows, you had to pump it or dump it, hit it or miss, blah, blah. Right. It stays relevant. The fans actually have a voting control over that. And the DJs that want to keep their station or their segment popular, they're going to keep going week by week by week. I'm going to say about a month or two is what you have for that. 2 max.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, 2 weeks. Because somebody's going to knock you off. It's a more popular song. But if you have that lasting power and you last about 2 weeks, they have given you the warning that you got something potentially that could do so much more. And if you don't have it, you need to be starting in between to this time that people are listening. When you get those calls about, hey, man, we're here with this label, you don't necessarily have to sign with a label. But if you don't have the financial stability and you're willing and you're ready and want to take it to that next level, you got to make some good decisions.
And you got to be prepared for opportunity.
And be prepared that in the best decision that you could make, there is still some negative things that's going to happen out of that.
Right.
I'm in a lot of turns, you're going to get screwed with some type of deal somewhere because you don't have all of the understanding intellectually and whatever to catch everything. So you're going to miss something. But as you miss that, you prepared yourself all along the way to take that hit because everything that you took is going to keep you advancing and more. From this level that you take this loss, you have taken 4 or 5 more gains. When you gain that and get to that next level, you are now in position to pay somebody with that level thinking mind to prevent that last loss and hopefully not have any more losses but only minor to major gains from there. Thanks. But when you get that, when that song is on there, it's time to make a move because you already behind the ball if you don't got it.
And Mazi, come on,
man, come on.
Y'all hearing this? What I say nonstop on this pod.
And he the man
preparing for opportunity. Yeah. I didn't even say nothing to him. He just ran right into it. This is what I say nonstop. A lot of people want to do things, but you're not prepared for the opportunity. If a million people were to come to your page today, are you prepared to supply these people with what they coming for? Whether it be music, content, product, any of that.
Exactly.
So a lot of people not prepared for opportunity. You waiting for this opportunity to come, but you're not prepared for it. If you prepare for the opportunity gonna come on its own.
And you'll be shocked when some of those opportunities happen. Cause like I look good. When did everything it did physically for me. Yeah. Then it went viral. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Then my song "Thick Fine Woman." I had nothing to do with that. I didn't call up my little cousins. I didn't call up my college friends or loyal partners to do anything to tell anybody to go on, make a video, and do whatever. It took a life of its own. And in this day and age that is rare, that is crazy, because somebody somewhere has their mind on business to do this now because they know the business model. I had no idea, and our team was shocked. We were blessed, thankful, and appreciative because it still kept circulating. As one kept rolling, the other kept rolling. As one rolled, it rolled into the other. Like, this guy's that guy? I didn't know that. Well, now that you do know, you know what I'm capable of. You're getting phone calls. You're getting other things for, like, endorsements, sponsorships, and those things are rolling in too. But the whole while, those are now old to me. I have been continuously making more music. Well, what you got next? Well, I got this. Well, we don't like this. Well, I got this. Well, we don't like this. Well, what you need me to make, I'll make it right now. All of these things that you don't like, but somebody else with you is liking. Hey, man, let me get in touch with this guy. Hey, man, let me get in touch with this guy. I don't really feel all of this. Well, I do, and I don't feel all the ones that you feel. In the same process, there's enough catalog roaming around, going around, being uploaded, being posted by fans, by haters,
right?
By believers, non-believers.
A bunch of user-generated content.
User-generated content, because they're trying to establish themselves. In the midst of that, everybody is getting something to circulate and work for themselves. So, but if you have nothing, the first comment you give, man, what you got? Nothing you can say. When that phone hangs up from somebody important asking you, what do you have? That phone they don't pick that phone up again.
Right.
It's time to find another company and hope that trying to find another company or make something serious to make them pick that phone up again.
Make them come to you at that point.
Man, come
Ladies
on
and gentlemen,
now.
Chalie Boy.
Y'all make some noise.
Y'all make some noise for Chalie Boy. He dropped some gems
For
here,
sure.
man. For sure, man.
Overly stamped
And
with
if
the
they
gems,
want to get a
man.
hold of you, where can they find you at, man?
Instagram, I am D3 Chalie Boy, and I know people say Charlie, but people tend to write it wrong. It's CHALIEBOY. It's Chalie, not Charlie.
I can't do it, but you know. See, there you go. There again. Bang, where can they find you at?
Man, y'all know, man, obviously out here in Dallas. We out here living, man. It's hotter than fuck, but I'm out here. No space, no cap on the gram, man.
Yeah, at Mazi's World Official, MAZ. Y'all know us, bro. And we out here at Twogether, man. Be sure to, holler at us, say what's up when we're moving around out here. But Chalie Boy, appreciate you pulling up, bro.
For sure.
Appreciate you fellas having me, man.
Thank you so much.
No problem, brother.
With some much
I appreciate all y'all coming out.
make
Thank
some
y'all
noise
for being
one time.
here.
Make some noise, Chalie Boy, y'all.
And before we get up out of here, man, I want to thank y'all for pulling up and sitting down with us and checking us out. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, because it's hotter than the motherfucker, man.
There's love out here in Dallas. Like I said, man, we're going to be passing out flyers that way y'all can check us out.
Passing out flyers, merchandise, cards, all
you know what
types
I mean? Whether
of
it's
stuff,
YouTube, audio podcasts everywhere, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all pulling up. Our time is up, I guess. We have time to get up out of here. Yep.
Yeah.
Time to get up out of here. We'll holler at y'all, man. Peace. Thank y'all.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk.